What is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another video. Today we're going to talk about BFR training, and more specifically blood flow restriction bands, cuffs, however you want to call them. You can do blood flow restriction BFR training with a katsu, which is really expensive, so you don't want to be doing that. We can do it with cuffs like this, or you can do it with knee wraps as well. You just have to attach the device or the band or the wraps just above the limb. So the shoulders here for the arms, and the legs, you do it round about. Anyway, I'll get into more detail on how to do that later on, but we're going to talk about how you can use these to build more muscle. So just a very quick background on what they do is they restrict blood from leaving the muscle. They don't completely stop it, they just restrict it. So blood will get to the muscle via arterial flow, then the blood will be restricted from leaving the muscle via restricting the veins. So we're going to get into more detail, so make sure you stay tuned. So you're probably thinking how a band's going to help me to build muscle. So basically what they'll do is they'll increase cell swelling. They'll also increase the buildup of metabolites like lactic acid in the muscle, which has been shown to build more muscle. And cell swelling, by the way, is one of the main mechanisms for muscle growth. And then what they'll do as well, they'll tell the nervous system to recruit more fast twitch fibers, which have greater potential for growth due to the fatigue buildup. So when attaching the band, you don't want to do it stronger than a 7 out of 10. You don't really want to do it less than 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 has been shown to be the most appropriate tightness. So just be careful when don't go over 7 out of 10. I mean, they're perfectly safe, but you don't want to mess up your actual workout by tying them too tight, especially if you're using the wraps as well. Definitely a 7 out of 10. And what you're going to do is you're not going to use heavy weights with this. The whole point of these bands, they allow you to build muscle with lighter weights, lighter intensities. So I'd say more like a warm-up set. You're doing between 30 and 50% of your 1 rep max, and you're doing for reps as well. So you're going to feel this, don't get me wrong, you're going to feel it massively. You're going to feel a humongous pump. So they actually have compared different intensities, and they found that probably round about 40% is the go-to, 40% of your 1 rep max. So similar to what you would do in a warm-up set. So remember that, don't really go over that. They're not for lifting heavy weights with, therefore, especially at times like now when you have to work out at home, when you want to increase the intensity of lighter weights. BFR bands tap into a huge potential for growth. They tap into your fast twitch muscle fibers. You can either do this by a heavy load, which most of us don't have access to right now, or you can do this by a lot of fatigue, which the BFR bands will provide. Remember, you're going to want to take these specific sets very, very close to failure to stimulate that muscle growth. And this particular study just showed that you can do that without actually going crazy heavy with the weights. And that's extremely important, again, because you may not have it, you may have access to the heavy weights. You can use the BFR bands as a standalone practice, just the BFR bands with resistance bands or lighter weights, or you can incorporate them in heavy weight training. So even if you get back to the gym, or you can get to the gym, you might want to throw in a finisher, say for isolate a muscle, say your biceps or your triceps, for example. So for instance, at the end of a bicep routine, what I do sometimes when I remember them is I'll do 4 sets, and I'll do 4 sets at like probably around 40% of my 1 rep max, and I'll do a set of about 20, then I'll wait 30 seconds, then do 15, 15, 15, 4 sets in total. This is you're gonna feel your arms like they're about to fall off. But the good thing is they don't cause much muscle damage, which means you can hit it again in a few days' time, the same finisher, and you won't experience extreme DOMs, but you'll still get the muscle building benefits from BFR bands. So every bit of research I could find is in the description below, so you can have a read in more detail. I just didn't want to bore you with the studies to say that, you know, BFR bands do work. There's quite a lot of studies behind this. But to be honest as well, I didn't have much time to make this video, as I just finished 2 assignments off on Monday, and I'm trying to get this video, I'm filming this video the same morning I'm going to put it out. So I hope you appreciate that. Anyway, give it a massive thumbs up. I'm going to put a link to where you can get the BFR bands. There's loads of different options, Amazon, eBay, wherever you want, but I'm going to put the ones that I've used and I've got, because some I know that can get a bit tricky when you're tying them and stuff. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and make sure you hit that thumbs up button and share with a friend, share with anyone that's interested in building muscle, because this channel is all about building the maximum amount of muscle. Nutrition strategies, training strategies, recovery strategies, all in all, aiming to help you build the most amount of muscle. So if you're interested in one-to-one coaching by myself as well, reach out to me at Adam Scott Fit on Instagram, or adam@adamscottfit.com via email. Go to my website, www.adamscottfit.com. And until the next video, keep pushing those limits.